Robert Eggers is a relatively new face in Hollywood, propelled by the breakout success of his debut feature The Witch and awards nominations for his follow-up, The Lighthouse. Despite his newcomer status, he's established himself as a unique voice, blending symbolic imagery with creeping horror and authentic period language to create transportive, terrifying films. With The Northman bringing a bigger scope to Eggers' trademark style, it's the perfect time to look back at his earlier features. In 2015, The Witch introduced Eggers and lead actor Anya Taylor-Joy to the world. It follows a Puritan family who leave their community after a religious schism. Starting anew on the edge of the forest, their fragile existence in the new world is shattered by the abduction of their youngest member.
Where is that little man? Boo! There you are. Boo! Sam? Samuel!
The split-second nature of baby Samuel's disappearance is the first in a series of strange events. Presented plainly to the audience without special effects, it's an uncanny moment of horror that feels unsettlingly unnatural. Parents William and Catherine suspect that witchcraft is involved, and eldest daughter Thomasin soon falls under suspicion. Before he moved into directing, Eggers' filmmaking experience was primarily in production design, and that's reflected in The Witch's meticulous period setting, with artisans from Massachusetts and Virginia recruited to ensure accuracy in building the house where the majority of the action unfolds. Eggers also extensively researched the language of the era, drawing in particular from a set of letters written by a real-life Puritan around the time of the film's setting.
Finish soon our days of sin, and bring us to eternal peace, through the purifying blood of thy Son.
This attention to detail draws the viewer into the religious worldview of the characters.
Amen.
Combined with their isolation, with the woods pressing down on them from all sides, their belief of being surrounded by supernatural evil feels real and pressing. In his second film, The Lighthouse, Eggers once again uses an isolated setting to explore the fractured psychology of his characters. In the late 1800s, Ephraim Winslow, a rookie lighthouse keeper played by Robert Patterson, arrives on an island off the coast of Maine to serve out a contract with the more experienced Thomas Wake, played by Willem Dafoe. Wake immediately adopts a belligerent attitude towards Winslow, assigning him physically difficult, menial tasks. Winslow becomes obsessed with a small mermaid carving and a one-eyed gull nearby. When the relief ship fails to arrive, the tension between the two men boils over into madness.
You're a dog! A filthy dog! A dog!
Once again, Eggers' writing process involved intense scrutiny of the vocabulary and dialect of this particular time and place, borrowing from contemporary novels, particularly those by Maine-based writer Sarah Orne Jewett.
Doldrums, eviler than the devil. Boredom makes men to villains, and the water goes quick, lad. Vanished. The only medicine is drink.
The film's heady mix of symbolism is mined from a range of sources, ranging from sailor folklore to Greek myth. These influences are not directly explored in the film. Instead, they form a mysterious foundation for the film's striking imagery. The psychological intensity of the story is matched by the distinctive visual style of the film. Shot in a boxy aspect ratio on grainy black and white film, the stark visuals have a claustrophobic feel, inviting the viewer into the period setting and closing down the field of view to focus primarily on Winslow and Wake. Combined with the atmospheric sound design, this creates an ominous, foreboding world. One in which even the extraordinary visions which dominate the film's horrific moments feel grounded and disturbing. The Northman sees Eggers partnering with acclaimed Icelandic author and screenwriter Sjón to take on the legend of Amleth, a prominent figure in medieval Scandinavian mythology. Egger's gift for illuminating historical worldviews for a modern audience is set to take on an epic note, as fleets of Vikings are mobilized to take revenge for the death of a king. And with an all-star cast including Alexander Skarsgård, Nicole Kidman, and the returning Anya Taylor-Joy, it's set to bring Egger's work to a whole new audience.